All right, guys, welcome to the video. Anthony here, Special Analysis. This morning I had to get out of the office a little bit early. I did a recap video already of the trades I took, and we covered kind of in that video how we analyzed crude oil and kind of talked about it prior to the opening bell. So I also promised in that video I would shoot a recap here of the overall session based on the expectations I left my clients with at 11 a.m. So we're going to walk through all four markets real quick. I'll give you a quick kind of rundown of what we saw, what the thought process was as we, kind of wrapped up our session. Of course, I always leave the analysis room up and running, as I believe in having a reference chart and trading on a naked chart. I also supply my clients with order flow so that they have the use of that as well. So like my clients, I use the exact same screen that they do. Okay, I look at the exact same charts that they do, and then I trade on a naked chart, which you guys see more often than not in my other videos. So we'll go one market at a time here. This is a recap for Thursday, July 11th, 2024, and I will add this to the blog post as well. If my computer will catch up here, I'll be able to open each chart. So just bear with me a quick second, as it seems like we're having a moment. All right, getting there, trying to get there. Technology, it's beautiful. Blessing and a curse, as I always say. All right, light sweet crude oil. I'm gonna open up the chart here so that you guys can kind of see what's cooking. All right, so we talked about this here. Talked about the first trade I took early this morning. Told you I got stopped out. Trade ended up doing what my anticipation was. 8:30 news comes out. This is where we got hung up. Made the very clear statement, hey guys, we're having a hard time pushing higher here. Good chance we fall. If we fall, we may push through 82 and then into 81.80, which was my ultimate expectation. That's where I took my final profits. You can see 81.80 right down there. We made a low inside the opening range at 81.63. There was resting liquidity at 81.60 at the time. So we take this pushback up here, right? And I made another statement. I said, hey guys, listen, we could push back lower, but if we cannot successfully overtake these lows, then we may get caught up. So I drew this upward trend line as I saw this higher low placed. We pushed back into the trend line and were unsuccessful in pushing through it. I said to him, hey, there's a good chance that we can now rotate from here, and we'll see what the market then does from there. We could then return back towards the highs, which led us back up into this area. And I did tell him, hey, listen, depending on which side of the VWAP we're on, that's going to probably hold some bias for the balance of the day. Ultimately went on to create 2 time frame momentum here. All right, so we pulled back here. We finally started getting some momentum. You can see we retested the rolling VWAP here, and from there we did push into the weekly open, placing a high here of 83.13. So this was in fact the low. Okay, we did talk about this as it was transpiring. If we were unsuccessful here, that we could suffer a turnaround. That's ultimately what happened. So that's the recap there on crude. You can see the first video I posted today that will break down my personal trades. All right, on to the NASDAQ and the S&P. We'll just kind of go in order here. So NASDAQ, all right, we get this ripping rally here off the CPI report. All right, we start falling back, okay? So we end up right here, and I go, hey guys, listen. As long as we hold the 8 EMA here, which is the fastest moving average in the sequence of 3, we have higher time frame momentum, current time frame momentum, below both VWAPs, the rolling VWAP leading the session VWAP, all 3 of our fast moving averages laid in order, okay? And I told them very specifically right here at 10:30, I'm like, if we can hold the fastest moving average and continue to respect the 2 fastest moving averages as resistance, we have a good chance of going lower, okay? And that's ultimately what happened, right? So from those statements, I made at 10:50, okay, we sold off over 1,000 ticks, over 1,100 ticks from that statement, okay? Meeting the criteria, which I am a huge proponent of teaching. It is the foundation of this program for folks who want to trade intraday. It's 2 time frame momentum, 2 VWAPs, 3 fast moving averages, okay? Price respecting the 2 fastest. And you can see from when that statement was made, right, as we concluded our session, we dropped over 1,100 ticks. So wild ride here to the downside on the NASDAQ. Let's talk about the S&P, okay? Looks kind of similar, right? Right here, 10:50, 11 o'clock, right? We were just kind of wrapping things up here. Where's 10:50? There it is. This is when I said, hey, guys, gonna kind of make my final statements here as I head out the door. Looking at 2 time frame momentum, price below 2 VWAPs, price below 3 of our fast moving averages, giving us the best chance of potential follow through, right? Guarantees? No guarantees in trading. Doesn't exist, right? But putting the probability in your favor with a well-employed risk management, guys, that's the name of the business, right? You're not going to be right all the time. You only got to be right less than half the time, as long as your risk management is handled well. So from that time where we parted ways for the day, and I suggested there's a good chance that we continue in this direction based on the evidence provided, we fell just over 140 ticks, okay? So not nearly as aggressive as the NASDAQ. It normally never is. However, if you're an S&P trader, that was a great move, okay? All right, on to gold. So gold was a hit and run off the 8:30 news. We were having some trouble here at this high placed, right? This consumed liquidity. We fell back. We respected the VWAPs, okay? We regained them. We came back here, and right here again at 10:50 or 10:51 when we were sending, parting ways, I said, hey, listen, if this prior high holds, there is potential to still consume liquidity resting overhead. Now, was it a massive move? No, but I mean, 120 ticks is 120 ticks, right? That is what it is, okay? Like, we had a bias, 2 time frame bias here to the upside, right? We had 2 time frame momentum, price above fast moving averages, above the rolling VWAP, which was above the session VWAP. We are impulsing and correcting in price action and volume, pushing price higher. So it was really kind of simple, all right? As we parted ways, if crude's unsuccessful in taking those prior lows, we probably reverse. NASDAQ and S&P, guys, we're checking the boxes on momentum, right? 2 time frames. Good chance we continue lower. Over 1,100 ticks here on the NASDAQ, over 140 ticks here on the S&P. Gold, hey guys, if we can take that prior high, there's a really good chance we can still push higher, consuming resting liquidity above, offering over 100 ticks. All right, I think we read the market today really well. Whether clients choose to act upon the information that I provide, which is analysis, interpretation, and expectations, that's up to them, right? I want to be very clear. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CTA. I can't tell you when to buy. I can't tell you where to place your stop. I can't tell you when to take profit. All I can tell you is from over 13 years of experience, what I see, right? What I think, what I expect. If that aligns with your beliefs, right? And it aligns, more importantly, with your trade plan or your edge in the market, right? And you are able, as a person, to emotionally sustain what it takes to be a trader, employing conservative risk management. This becomes emotionless and repeatable, okay? You should win, hopefully, more than 50% of the time. Even if you don't win more than 50% of the time, that's okay. Why? Because as long as your winners are significantly larger than your losers, then guess what? You become a profitable trader. Here's what most traders do wrong. They go, all right, I learned this strategy. I took 10 trades. I only won half the time. That's not good enough for me. When in reality, it really is. Or you get a streak that the market's not cooperative, right? And you see a little drawdown in your account. And now you're on the hunt for a new strategy, a new trade plan, a new edge. Guys, none of that's going to fix it, right? Because now you've just destroyed any consistency, any discipline that you have built into what you have already created, right? It just takes repeatable, consistent, disciplined approach to the market, right? If that part, I will work with you, right? I will help you. Understanding I don't have unique knowledge of your finances, nor do I have interest in it. I can't tell you when to buy, when to sell, what to risk, where to take profit. What I can tell you is what I see, right? What I believe, what I expect. What I can also do is work with you on building your trade plan. Work with you on reviewing your journal, right? Work with you on a personal level that you're not going to get, right, out there, like, because there's these people that sell products and services and programs. It's about a mass sales approach, right? It's about revenuing millions of dollars, and there's no personal relationship. Right? Every one of my clients has my personal cell phone number. Every one of my clients and I have had a personal phone call. They know they can email me on a Saturday afternoon, and they're going to get an answer as soon as I see it. The reality comes down to, are you ready and willing to put in the hard work to become the best person you can be, to become the best trader you can be? Because trading and being a trader is very different than anything and everything else you've ever done, right? For the rest of any other aspect of your life. Right? What else can you do in this world and fail as much or more than you succeed and still be profitable? It's a hard mind game, right? But I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to give you advice through my experience from an educational perspective. However you choose to employ it, that's up to you. I left my clients with, if we can't push the lows of crude, we're probably going to reverse. We didn't push the lows and we reversed. NASDAQ and S&P, multiple time frame momentum to the downside. Probably going to continue in that direction, right? Guess what? Over 1,000 ticks on the NASDAQ, over 140 ticks on the S&P. Gold. Hey, if we can push the prior high, good chance we will seek liquidity overhead. We push the prior high, we seek the liquidity overhead. Maybe that aligned with somebody's trade plan, maybe it didn't. My job is, from my experience, to share with you my thoughts around the evidence the market presents. Okay? You, as the trader, now need to build and grow into becoming the person you need to be. I'm here to help. Right? I've made this very affordable. I've made this very easy to access. I 150% over deliver, right, on the expectation I set. I give you what somebody should be charging individual components of my program several $1,000s a year. Okay? And I give that to you for a couple $100 a month. It really, if you're serious about this and you're not looking for a gimmick, or you're not looking for some type of get-rich-quick scheme or some type of program that you believe that's going to do the hard work for you, because all of those are going to fail. Okay, you may buy the sales pitch, but all of those are going to fail. Then I'm here to help you. So I'll leave a link below this video. If it's something you're interested in, great. Happy to have a conversation with you. Whether you want to go Zoom, email, phone call, whatever. But you'll need to decide if you're genuinely serious about this. And if you are, I will answer your questions in real time, okay? I'm with you 3 hours a day live every single day, right? Not some Discord, not some random session, no. Every single day. Why? Because I know it takes consistency to be successful in this business. So I'm willing to give you 15 hours a week of my life, right? Which I think is a lot more valuable than a few $100 a month to help you grow as the trader. I'm willing to give you professional level analysis, stocks, futures, forex, cryptocurrencies, okay? I'm willing to give you everything that I needed to become the trader I am 13 years into this journey for a few $100 a month. You need to decide if you're ready to make the commitment. I can't do that for you. But I am here and I am willing to help you. Why? Not because I need your few $100 a month. All right? But because I genuinely believe that this is a life-changing career path. Right? I chose this career path because my mother died at a young age. Right? My dad worked until the last couple years to provide for his family so that he could retire early to care for my mother as she died. And when I witnessed that, right, there's always a turning point in life. When I witnessed that, I knew right then and there that someday, should I marry a good woman, I don't want to have to work until I'm forced to quit so that I can be her caretaker. No. I want to work because I enjoy it. I want to work so that there is a surplus that I can take that time and spend that time with my wife, spend that time with our families, because that's what's important. My wife is now watching her father die, okay? And I am blessed to be in the financial position to send her out of the country to see her father as often as she wants to go. Why? Because I've created that through trading. And I want you to have a greater purpose than the money so that you have a reason to get up every day, whether you're going to swing trade, position trade, day trade, whatever your approach may be, that you have the discipline and that purpose is greater than yourself and is greater than the money, so that you have an unwilling desire to never quit and to become the best version of yourself and the best version of the trader you can be. And believe it or not, becoming a trader is not easy. You will see your life transform as you become the trader you need to be successful. Right? So just food for thought. I'll of course always defer to you guys to make the decision for yourself, but those links will be below this video for you. God bless. Have a beautiful evening.